but I'll count it down for you, chat. So, 10, 9, 8, 7. Why am I counting from 10? 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the runners are gonna go in like 30 seconds because stream delay.
Go! I was gonna try and like count down as well, but then I realized there'd probably be delay.
Yeah. So yeah, as Scurry mentioned, this is one of the most exciting runs we've got, and it's gonna be really interesting to see how the runs end up going, because it's also one of the most difficult ones. So, both me and Scurry, we know this from experience. We've both run this category quite a bit. And some of the boss fights, especially, are quite tough. So it's going to be interesting to see how the runners tackle this today.
Yeah, I've run this like once. Sorry. The early game is a lot of just like geo collection and basically set up for late game. Obviously, like the first split is very similar to other runs, but you're gonna see later, true running does a lot more than any percent or 4 mask shards does. So we're gonna go a lot of new places, do a lot of harder boss fights. It gets cool.
Especially in the middle of the run, like 30 or 40 minutes in, you're gonna see kind of the structure of the run start to show itself. It's gonna be a bit of a boss rush, because in this category, since we need to get the Radiance ending, we need both white or King Soul fragments, and one of them requires us to go through the White Palace. So we're gonna need the Awoken Dream Nail, which requires 1800 essence. So we're gonna see a lot of dream fights with a lot of really low equipment that these runners are gonna have to tackle. And they're gonna look really difficult and really impressive. So prepare for that.
Okay, Paum getting bullied on the drop. Paum's at 2 health, while the other runners are at 5. Unfortunate.
Yeah, that drop is entirely RNG, so sometimes it just doesn't go too well for you. I think most people that have run this game can definitely like relate to being hit twice or 3 times and just feeling like, I want to reset immediately.
Sadly, resetting is not going to help you in a marathon setting.
Yeah. So what you're seeing now, as Scurry mentioned...
Oh!
Oh.
Yeah, I messed up the runner, sorry. Paum is in the middle.
Yeah, as Scurry mentioned, there is gonna be a lot of just moving around in the early game. The start is gonna start to diverge from any percent that we saw in the beginning of the marathon a bit in just about a minute or so, in which the runners are actually gonna opt to finish off the False Knight fight, except for instead of skipping the or going through the intended skip. Because we actually need to fight Failed Champion later for Essence, and the Geo chest that False Knight gives us is quite useful for us in the Geo routes. So, we're gonna be taking that as well. Or, the runners are, sorry. Also, now that you mentioned it... Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say, there was like... It was theorized that you could do False Knight later on with better equipment, but it's never really become a thing. Just the early game Geo is so useful.
Yeah. Now that you mentioned it, I'm kind of worried I put the screens in the wrong order, so I'm gonna have to hover my cursor over here and it's gonna look really bad. This is Paum.
Okay.
That is Adam, and this is Visuals. Okay, they're all correct. Good. I didn't mess it up. So yeah, you're gonna see them opt to do a specific damage tank strats to kind of abuse their iframes, and it's gonna look like they're just face tanking the boss, which in practicality, that's pretty much what they're doing.
Yeah, a lot faster to just take the hits rather than like walking away from him and dodging all of them.
For sure, yeah.
Okay, so we can keep track of who finished first here. We're gonna see Adam leaves at 48. So Adam is in the lead right now.
Adam got a
Paum leaves
very,
at
very nice
50,
start. Yeah.
and Viz leaves at 54. So Adam actually the lowest seed in this race, but taking the lead early on.
Yeah, Adam has had some sick early games. A couple days ago, he actually got the comm sub for Vengeful Spirits. Pest has now beat that though, so but it's still like very, very impressive. Adam's early games are really optimized. Um, so it's
He's at like a 12.
definitely not a surprise to see.
I think that's better than my gold.
I think the
But I'm
best I've
also a
had
boomer
is like
runner.
a 414 or something. I don't know. But yeah, all of the runners getting the Vengeful Spirits. This is gonna look pretty similar to any percent once again in the beginning. Except you're gonna see them go for the Moss Knights in Green Path instead of saving Zotes. Because we need a lot more Geo in the routes. And the Moss Knights and the rocks that are next to them give all of that. So for all of you Zote haters, you can now celebrate that we will not be saving him in this run.
Oh right, that's like a new geo route. I forgot about that because we used to do so.
Yeah. I think it was like maybe how long ago? A couple months ago, 4-5 months ago. So it's still fairly recent, yeah. I will be switching the audio to Adam since Adam is currently ahead. Hold on, that might be a bit too loud. I'll lower it a bit. That should be good. Oh, there we go.
So yeah, next area is Green Path, much like in the 90% run. It's pretty much the same route. You're gonna be doing the fireball skips, which if you haven't seen, are a neat trick that you can use to skip like pretty large sections of platforming. And there's also the one-shot Balder right here, which if you go off screen, you can get a multi-hit with the fireball. See if Adam gets the skip. Nice. Adam in a really good spot right here.
Yeah,
So
entering in
Paum actually
6
catching up.
minutes.
Entering
Paum
at the
is
exact
catching
same
up,
time.
yeah. I think Adam had a bit of trouble on the climber room before the Balder room. I think he might have fallen on one of the platforms, but is still on a very good pace. Only lost like a second or two to that. But they were all really close to each other, and I'm curious to see kind of where in the run they're gonna start diverging from each other. Because they do have some differences in PBs.
Yeah, I could see even just Claw and the Shade Skip really changing things, but they could also all just nail all the tricks, so we'll have to see.
I mean, yeah, you can nail all the tricks, but you can't manipulate good Elder Who RNG. So I'm guessing
Oh
it's probably
yeah,
gonna be there,
I forgot about Elder Who.
suppressing the memories.
I like to forget about Elder Who, it makes it easier.
Yeah. Can we get some Elder Poo in the chats?
Is that is that an emote?
No, it's just a meme. Because honestly, who likes Elder Who? I don't think anyone does. At least not in a speedrun setting. Ooh, Viz taking an unfortunate foul there.
That's right.
That room is quite annoying sometimes with that that blobble there kind of always being in the way.
Definitely a prick.
Yeah.
Adam getting into the top room at 24. Paum is in the lead now with a 1 second ahead. Having a slightly more clean green path.
Viz taking some unfortunate falls here. Took another one in that room. I can definitely see that being to nerves. A lot of these situations, like, when I did my first All Skills tournament match, like a week ago, I really felt the nerves. So
Oh,
it's
Viz doing older out?
Viz is doing the boomer strats.
Let's go.
I think that's something that they're definitely known for. Always like being really consistent runner, but sticking to a bit of the slightly slower strats, and instead opting to make those like really consistent, which might pay off in a race setting, honestly, since like you're already practiced on consistency on like maybe not the top of the top optimized strats in some places.
Yeah, and as you can see, he's caught back up with the other runners. He doesn't have as much geo, but
Adam is looking very healthy on Geo. The other two, they have a bit less, but they should be fine as long as they remember to get enough.
okay, nice fight from all three there.
Not with a dance pad this time, unfortunately.
It's a little harder with that. But yeah, so do you know how much time the new geo route saves?
It's like I remember the numbers 3 to 7 seconds or so being thrown around. So I think it's something like that. It pretty
Okay,
much.
I could
Oh,
see it being like 3 if you get the bad Moss Knight RNG.
yeah, I think a lot of it has to do with the Mouse Knight RNG. But like the main time save is of course that you skip the journal in the first city room after the elevator. You skip that row of
Yeah,
enemies and you skip that journal. So like it's one less lem cell. You don't have to go in there and do whatever. Uh,
so it's not a huge deal.
yeah, it's a very small reroute, all things considered.
Oh, those pogos were sick from Adam there.
Yeah. The
I
runners
really
are
like that strat.
now the runners are now diverging from the any percent route quite a bit. As you saw in the run earlier, the runners decided to go down to Fungal Wastes and get the Mantis Claw. But in this run, things are a bit different, because I mentioned that we need 1800 Essence, and I also mentioned Elder Who. So the reason we're actually going this way is because we're gonna do another Shade Skip without Mantis Claw. It's gonna look really sick. So that we can get the Dream Nail and then get Elder Who on the way to Mantis Claw, so that we don't have to go to Fungal Waste twice.
Yeah, this is definitely a really flashy looking skip, and it's really impressive to watch.
Yeah, it looks really cool. It's probably one of my favorite skips, to be honest. None of the runners getting any geo stuck in the ceiling, it seems. That's very nice.
Adam with no, one of the guards got away. Two of them got away for Paum, and same
Viz
with
got a
Viz.
really nice cleanup there, only having one straggler. Adam did as well, but the one that didn't die flew all the way to the top.
Yeah.
We're already seeing the timers being too large for their boxes. Let me try to fix this.
The timers are not NMG. So we're gonna see some purposeful damage here in order to die, and then use the shade for the skip here.
So this is gonna look a lot more different than you might think, just because we don't have Mantis Claw. We're actually gonna need 2 fireballs worth of soul to be able to use air stalls to get enough heights.
Yeah, which is why they saving Sly until here. Oh, unlucky. Actually, Fizz just immediately going in Salubris because of the fireball. So Adam getting the skip first try. Will Palm get it? Nice. And all three?
Ooh,
Oh
Viz taking an
no!
unfortunate dash there. Probably a misclick. That's very unfortunate. But he's gonna have to farm a bit more soul now, which is unfortunate. It's really sad to see when you lose the trick kind of in the middle of it, when you've already used the fireball.
Yeah, luckily you can reset the Shade's health, because if you don't, then you actually can't do the trick. So that's what
Yeah.
he's doing by entering the hut there.
Let's see if he can get it second try. Gets it nicely on the second try.
Nice.
And should only be like just a tiny bit behind the other runners. Like I'm talking 20, 15 seconds. it's definitely time that will be made up probably as the run goes along, seeing as Visuals does have the fastest PB and the world record in this category.
Yeah, this can definitely make up this time. It's going to be a bit rough to start out with, but if anyone can catch back up here, it's him. Meanwhile, Adam and Paum entering the Dreamnail area.
My nightmare. Oh my.
Falling at the start there actually spawns the ghosts a little faster, so that's why you'll see them do that.
The thing with the Dream Plats and True Ending is that you don't have Mantis Claw, so if you do like a tiny mistake, you can't like swag grab yourself on like the tiny little edge of a platform and save yourself.
Yeah.
Adam gets through it very neatly with very, very precise execution. That was really, really good looking in terms of movements.
So yeah, Paum and Adam very close right now. We'll see right when they get out of here. Adam leaves at a 48. I think Paum is slightly behind at 49, yeah. So Adam in the lead still. Having a very clean early game. But Paum is right on his heels.
So they're now, as we mentioned, they're going to be heading back to the crossroads stag that they opened a bit ago. And they're going to be heading down to Fungal Wastes, and they're going to be praying for some Elder Who RNG. Because Elder Who has that one attack where he disappears entirely from the screen and slams his pancakes or whatever. I think they're pancakes. They look like pancakes.
Yes.
At the ground, which means you can't damage him because he's not on the arena. And he can also just teleport away and move around really, like in really unfortunate timings. So it's definitely very common that you have a good pace going in and then you go out like 20 seconds behind because just like Elder Who just doesn't cooperate.
Yep, that's why I wanted to forget about Elder Who. Just entirely. But yeah, this could really change, especially with how close Paum and Adam are right now. It could really change who's in the lead. And it could even bring Viz back, potentially, a lot closer. So we'll have to see. Yeah, again, this is the reason why we get Dreamnail before Claw, because we can just get Elder Who right now and never have to come back.
Yeah, let's see Adam going into Elder Who. Let's see what kind of RNG he gets. Something else of note about Dream Warriors is that their health scales with your nail upgrade. So it is another reason why runners of this category will not upgrade their nail, because then you would be buffing these Dream Warriors. So what we do instead is we upgrade our spell and have like the lowest nail possible. They would have a very low health and we will have a lot of damage outputs. So that's something you're gonna
a lot
see.
of bad patterns here.
Yeah, this is looking really unfortunate for
Especially
Adam.
for Adam. And Paum took a lot of unnecessary damage, which is going to be scary for the rest of the split.
Luckily, there's only one other like really bad Dream Warrior after this, and that's No Eyes. The rest of them, they pretty much just die in like 5 seconds or less because of what I just explained about their health.
Paum actually taking a 3-second lead here. You'll see the runners there, what they did was they did a Dreamnail cancel. So after Dreamnailing the Dream Warrior, they start another Dreamnail and cancel it. And that basically lets you get the animation where it sticks you in place. So you'll see that they can leave a lot earlier than you normally be able to.
Yeah, they still need to wait for the essence to actually like appear in the top left. So they can leave as soon as the number appears. And you're gonna see them, once they get Dream Gates, they're gonna start Dream Gating out immediately. The timing is actually really nice in the sense that you can just always Dream Gate out and get the essence. Adam gets Explosion Pogo quite neatly.
Oh, that was so in sync. Wait, what is... Paum's going for the extra soul.
Is Paum doing a swag something?
No, Paum just didn't have enough for
Oh, I was watching the wrong
the
screen.
fireball. But yeah, Paum, the 2 health, not an issue. Getting
Yeah.
to claw slightly before Adam.
Paum seems to be keeping this 3-second lead or so. Viz is actually not as far behind as you would think. I think he did save a bit of time on Elder Who compared to the other 2 runners.
Yeah.
So he should be about 15 to 20 seconds behind.
Nothing that can't be made up.
So you're gonna see the runners now on their way down to the City of Tears. They're gonna be fighting Zero on the way. And this fight is gonna be a lot quicker and a lot nicer than Elder Who. This one is fairly consistent. And
Yeah, optimally you want triple hits with the fireball.
yeah, you're gonna see the runner's fireball as Zero is moving, and they're pretty much just always gonna get a triple hits. Adam going for the optimal fast strat. Unfortunately, I think he did miss a triple hits, and unfortunately the fight is a bit slow.
Yeah, a bit of a rough fight for Adam.
Here we see them do another Dream Nail buffer to get control of their characters, and they wait for the essence to appear, and then they
Yeah,
leave.
you can just leave before the essence, like before you get the essence, then you have to do the fight again, or you have to absorb again.
Yeah, that hurts. I think I had one run a while ago where I just left and I didn't notice that I didn't pick it up until like
Yeah.
a bit later. That's definitely not something you want to see happen.
This was a very clean fight.
Yeah. You're gonna see Paum and Adam skip the middle section of this room. Just like that. Viz is gonna have to get it, because he's still doing the old routes. And the runners are looking to have 350 geo before they leave this room. Viz doesn't need to because of said reroute skip. And they should both be good on geo. Paum is 1 short, but can gain it back later. Still has all the way until the start of the Crystal Peaks. Or all the way until he gets Lantern.
It is actually interesting seeing a race with 2 different geostrats. Yeah, they actually benched at this resting grounds bench, if you didn't notice. And after opening up the King Station, we'll quit out back here to get a bunch of seer rewards.
I love those jumps. They're so cool.
Yeah. The main purpose of this right now is actually to open up glades, so we can get the King's Idol there, and that seal right there. So basically grinding relics to get a bunch of money. And a really easy one is actually this relic behind the waterfall here that you might not know about. It's kind of hidden, but it's worth 800 geo because it's the King's Idol. And there's a few neat skips you can do to get here quicker. We'll see if any of the runs go for them.
We see Adam goes for Revicless, gets it pretty neatly.
First try.
That saves
It's
about
like Paum's going safe.
5 seconds. Paum goes for the Revicless Revic skip, as I like to call it. Just not doing the trick.
So yeah, you can see there, though, what Adam skipped doing that trick. And that looks like it got him back in the lead, so
Yeah.
paid off for him.
That one is quite precise. What you're using is a mechanic that we don't really have a name for. I think a majority of people call them dash cancels. I do too. Which pretty much you dash into a wall closer than the remainder of your dash, and you jump out of your dash before the dash finishes. And what it lets you do is get your dash momentum the other way around. So you can kind of like round really tight corners. A good example of this is gonna be happening again in the ancient basin on the way to Broken Vessel. You're gonna see that again. That same mechanic being used.
Yeah, it's actually really neat, and it's been started to use more often, more recently, because people have found more uses for it, like the Revic list there.
Yeah, I think a lot of the usage, like recently, a lot more people have started to use those tricks. I think part of it is probably because of the impossible any percent mod that had a
Yeah.
couple parts using that, a lot of sections using that, which a lot of people did end up playing. So you're gonna see Paum and Adam on their way now to Lem. And on the way they're gonna get Gorgeous Husk to get some extra Geo. And Viz is right behind them. Should be on his way there too. Is just gonna grab the Polonus seal in this well here.
Yeah, so we're still in like the geo collecting phase of the run, but that's gonna be over real soon. We're about to have like a bunch of boss fights start happening.
Yeah.
After they sell all to Lem.
As soon as we get out of Crystal Peaks, there's gonna the hype part is gonna start.
Yeah. I mean, there's still a lot of like neat movement along the way.
Yeah, the elevator there giving Adam a bit of trouble. It just seemed to just not want to be hit. That was real weird.
Yeah, that happened. I hate elevators.
Takes a bit of a fall there.
I'm missing the lever skip a few times in a row.
So what we're doing there is we're hitting that lever from below the floor, which actually is only possible on this patch 1.2.2.1. And it lets us skip the entire section where you have to kill that like Great Husk Sentry, I think that's what they're called. And it saves about a minute. And the reason the last bit of that room is dark is because the intended way of progressing, you go through the bottom, and that's where the light trigger of the room is. And we never interact with it, so the room just stays pitch black, and the runners have to know how to move through that last bit.
It's surprisingly hard, unless it's just me.
I'm gonna admit, I still do the baby strats of dashing all the way to the right of the room and jumping off the wall.
Yeah. It's impossible.
Yeah. Sometimes it's possible that you just kind of get lost. You miss like one little bit of your movements and you get lost. Like if you look at the room in the lights, it's a very simple room, but it's surprisingly easy to lose your standing and not know where you are, which can lose a lot of time. Luckily, all of the runners got through it pretty easily here, so that's good.
Yep, and Adam and Paum are done selling to Lem, and are now spending their money on the lantern, which is going to be needed to get into peaks, and also to fight No Ice.
They both have enough Geo right now, which is really nice to see. Paum was like 1 or 2 Geo shorts, but actually remembered to get a bit extra, and now they are fine on Geo as well. What you needed there is 2650, because you need the lantern, the toll to enter Crystal Peaks, and then we're gonna need the elegant key as well. Paum accidentally mispresses the stag station. It's gonna be a tiny time loss.
But yeah, the lantern, you can finish running without lantern, but the thing is that No Ice requires lantern to even do the fight. So you would need to get the essence elsewhere, and all the other essence sources are just a lot slower. There's Grey Prince Out, Soul Tyrant, and White Defender. And all of those are just a pain.
Sorry. And this toll as well, into the Crystal Peaks, is only interactable with if you have the lantern. So
you need dive.
If they didn't get the lantern, they would have to get dive, which they just want to avoid because it's a lot slower.
There was an old route where we Pogax.
Nice.
I had to interrupt myself for that. That's a neat trick where you can save a little bit of time by pogoing off of the miner's axe there.
Paum decides not to go for it, which is honestly respectable, seeing as it can go wrong and lose you quite a bit of time.
Yeah, I don't know. Adam's like the hero of this race right now, going for Revicless and Pogax.
Yeah, Adam's doing all the cool skips.
But I was gonna say, there was an old route where we used to do dive and Soul Tyrant and not get lantern. That was a very old route.
That sounds miserable. We're so lucky that Sanctum is, like, slower. Imagine if
Yeah,
Sanctum was
Sanctum is
optimal.
terrible.
It would just be horrible. Viz gets Pogax as well.
Nice.
We're gonna see here. Is Adam gonna be the hero and do Hamothody no Fireball? I mean, he does have a Fireball, so he can do it.
Yeah.
He can
Well,
do
he
it
doesn't
with a
have to do the no fireball.
He does the Fireball.
Hey.
Nice. Still cool. Still cool.
We're gonna see an underplat, I assume.
Underplat. Woo! Let's go.
Truly the hero of this race right now. Oh, Paum. Be careful.
Ooh. Yeah, these cycles are quite consistent. Paum is definitely experienced. Decides to not do underplats, which is understandable with race nerves and all that stuff. But does get out of Crystal Peaks quite neatly as well. And is still... No, I think Adam's ahead now. By a second
Yeah,
or two.
looks like Adam took the lead with that Pogax and really clean peaks overall.
Yeah, Adam's Peaks was really nice there. I agree. So now they're gonna be buying the Elegant Key, and they're gonna go back to the City of Tears. We're gonna see them bench at Spire, go fight the Soul Warrior, and get Shade Soul. And then they're gonna be quitting outs and doing Watcher Knights. So this Watcher Knights fight is gonna be quite a contrast from what you saw in the 90% race earlier. Having Shade Soul makes the fight a lot easier and a lot faster. So it's definitely gonna be a bit of a different fight, although the strats are kind of the same.
Yeah, Shade Soul's pretty busted. A lot of the times, like, I'd say Descending Dark can be faster than Shade Soul, but if you get, like, the right patterns, then Shade Soul is almost just as good.
I think the Descending Dark fight, like in something like All Skills, is a bit faster. Seeing as you can just, like, spam 3 dives and they die.
Yeah.
But I think, in the end, it's more RNG dependent if you want to get the fastest fight possible.
Oh, Adam having a very bad
Ooh, that's
time
unfortunate.
climbing this right now. Probably gonna go for a bench, yeah.
The silver lining there is that he has a bit more soul. Which is gonna be quite handy for the Soul Warrior fights going in. Very unfortunate, though.
Looks like Paum took the lead, though, with a much cleaner climb. So the lead really trading back and forth between Paum and Adam this whole time.
Yeah, Viz having a bit of unfortunate early game, especially with the Shade Skip. Is trailing behind a bit, but is still keeping up with them. He's not falling back further behind. I think he might actually be catching up a tiny bit for each.
Yeah, I can see him catching up. I believe he was like 30 seconds behind at one point, so now he's only like, well, a lot less. I think less than 20.
Yeah, it's not much. It's not much.
Yeah, Biz is the world record holder.
Ooh.
We have to
Those
remind you. Oh,
unfortunate hit there. He's gonna have to do the next section on a bit lower HP.
Yeah, that can be hard. This fight, even though I like to bully this guy and say he's not a real boss fight.
Same.
In this category, it's kind of difficult.
Yeah. Every time I die to this one, everyone just mocks me because I always say that it's not a real boss and that it should be a mini boss.
Yeah. I mean, my main issue is that he's in the Hall
Adam,
of Gods.
the hero doing folly skip. Let's go.
Yo. Nice.
What a legend. So that is another instance of early control. So what he did there was he lured that folly to to hit him as he picked up Shade Cloak, and it will give him early control, and he can quit out a tiny bit earlier than if he had just waited.
Yep, and it looks like he saved a bit of time on Paum there, so Paum is now 1 second ahead, I believe. It's super close. And Viz going for the double volley skip. Oh, one of them got stuck.
One of them. This is so sad.
That's okay, that's why we had two.
Yeah.
And you'll see Paum breaking, or Adam breaking the chandelier there. It does make the fight a lot faster, even though you're gonna see runners can kill the watchers very quickly, but it's still faster to use the
Adam gets
chandelier.
a very, very nice first watcher there. The thing is, Shade Soul with Shaman Stone deals 40 damage. So if you can get a triple hit like that on the rolls, that is 120 damage. It is a very, very powerful damage dealer.
Yeah, and we're gonna see it be used for the entire run.
Yeah, we're not getting any other spells. This is our main damage output. Our nail, in comparison to the Shade Soul's 40, deals only 5 damage. And upgrading it is both slow and upgrades the Dream Warriors, as I mentioned. So,
yeah, there is a Shriek route, but we don't talk about Shriek route.
We don't talk about Shriek routes. Cursed routes.
Wins Descending Dark route.
Please no Sanctum.
Just no Shade Soul or Shriek, just Descending Dark.
We're getting some nice wall-cling sounds from Adam's perspective there.
Yeah, it's faster to not use that elevator if you do the jumps like optimally, which I feel like can be hard to tell sometimes.
Yeah, I feel like doing optimal jumping in this game in general is just like very underappreciated as a skill, because it's hard to do those precise jumps. Like people that have really optimized movements in those like little small things, they really impress me.
Yeah.
So Adam is now gonna head down to the Ancient Basin to fight the Broken Vessel, and immediately after that is gonna be fighting Lostkin as well. So now you're gonna start seeing some of the harder boss fights. We're gonna get Lostkin and then Failed Champion immediately after, followed by Hornet Sentinel. So it's gonna be quite a tough section of the run. Definitely quite easy to die here, especially at a boss like Failed Champion that deals double damage. If you get thrown off, especially on the first phase, it can really just hurt you quite a bit, and you can take a death and lose quite a significant amount of time.
It also seems that Adam has taken the lead by a couple seconds. Most likely because of the Watcher Knights fight.
Alright, so we're gonna see a nice inventory drop section here through this. If you haven't noticed already, the reason the runners open their inventories in mid-air at some points is because it uncaps your fall acceleration, and it also prevents the hard fall animation from going through. So they can fall very, very rapidly, and they can just keep accelerating until they hit the ground. And you saw Adam go through that room like the camera wasn't keeping up with him, but he knows exactly where his character is and is positioning himself to drop really, really cleanly. Very impressive.
And Adam and Paum both getting very lucky dashes in that room. Any of those enemies can actually block your C dash, but
yeah,
if you get lucky enough, you can just go right through.
We're gonna see some more RNG here with the Maulurks. They are quite random, so we're gonna be hoping all of these runners get some nice RNG. Because sometimes the Maulurks are just kind of rude. And, they like to kill you. I don't know how to put it.
I mean, I feel like that's put pretty well. Of course, there's also the Broken Vessel fight right afterwards. And if you take a bunch of damage from the Molochs, then you could potentially be at very low health for that fight. And even though it's really easy, usually, like, compared to some other boss fights, you can still take a couple damage pretty easily, so gotta
Alright,
be
let's
careful.
see here. Adam gets through the first Maulers. Gets through
Oh,
all of
nice.
them so far hitless. Wow. Adam is getting really nice RNG and is executing some of the strategies to lower your chance of...
The
Wow!
zero!
The
The
zero
zero hit!
hits Maulers. Very, very nice from Adam.
And not going for the wall jump, though.
Aw.
Oh, Paum also having a really clean Molochs, but I believe he got hit twice.
Yeah.
Are we gonna
Adam is
see
in a
the
really
wall
nice
jump skip?
spot here.
I'm disappointed in both these runners, I'll be honest.
Yeah, they didn't do the cool broken vessel or basin jump. Adam coming in here with full soul and full health is definitely gonna be nice. Because seeing as he just got that attack, which is like the worst one to get, you can easily take quite a lot of damage. And
Yeah,
having
dealing with
the
it pretty
soul,
well, though.
having the soul to spam fireballs like that in the beginning of the fights is very nice as well.
Still a really good fight for how long the headbang attack is going on.
Oh,
I think Paum might have
wow.
just got a triple.
Yeah, that was an interesting turnaround. None of Paum and Adam did the basin jump, but Visuals, the one known for doing the quote-unquote boomer strats, actually is the only one of the three to go for it.
Paum 1 second behind Adam right now.
Now you're gonna see some cool boss fights here. Here is Lostkin. This fight is gonna be depending a lot on the runners getting double and triple hits to be able to hit it to finish off the fight very quickly. And if you get good patterns, you can just kind of stun lock the boss. Just like that, you get them staggered in one corner, and they jump over, and then you get them staggered in the other one. Get a bunch of multi-hits there. That is exactly what you want to be seeing.
Yeah, this is a really cool looking fight when it's done well. I also want to say that Viz is actually 20 seconds behind Adam, so has made up some time.
Adam getting those nice up slashes when broken or Lostkin does the dash attack on the ground. You can knock them up and then like they'll dash over you and you can fireball and get a nice setup for a triple. Adam finishes off the Lostkin fights. Paum is, I believe, almost there. Seems to be having a bit of trouble with the patterns here on the last bit of it. Finishes it off as well. I believe Paum might still be ahead of Adam here. Adam exits the dream at 27, and Paum is able to do the death warp and exits the fight at 28. So Adam is 1 second ahead.
Oh, Viz at 1 health.
Ooh, this is scary. He doesn't have any
Doesn't
soul
look
to
like he's
heal on
healing,
the
though.
stagger. That's unfortunate.
Oh,
Ooh, accidentally fireballs the wrong way. This is scary.
that's definitely nerves.
Finishes off the fight.
Nice.
Ooh,
Oh my
that
gosh.
was scary. That was very scary. But none of them have died so far, which is really, really nice to see. Some of these fights are quite brutal, and like, I know all of these runners are really experienced and they're really consistent, but honestly, taking deaths to something like this happens to everyone sometimes, especially with like the nerves you would have from a race. So
Yeah, and I think the next fight might be one of the biggest chances for that.
Yeah, Adam actually has the comm sob for this fight, since he's been really like getting into the strategy of doing some really sneaky dream nails, and he promised me that he would do them in the race. I think, I don't remember, that might not be true. I might be coming up with things in my own head, but it would be really nice to see Adam go for the swag dream nails. Pretty much you can dream nail failed champion as they jump over you, and you can get some extra soul. This fight is also going to be depending a lot on multi-hits. That's a bit of a reoccurring pattern in this run. So it's going to be mainly you're going to be trying to get double hits in the first phase, and then you can just kind of bully failed champion while they're doing like the rage attack where they smack the ground over and over again in the middle, you can get triple hits. You can get 3 triple hits and just knock them down immediately.
Yeah, the Shade Soul strats are usually based around getting multiple hits with one cast. That's kind of what makes Shade Soul so good.
Yeah, especially on those... Adam
Rip.
killing the maggots. How could you?
It's
This is so
optimal,
sad.
though. And Paum's gonna do it, too.
No, Paum, please, dream nail it. There's actually a strat where... No! There's actually a strat where you can dream nail the maggots with the same dream nail that you dream nailed to enter the fight, and I believe
It's
that's
risky,
actually
though, because
optimal.
if you miss it,
Yeah.
then you're going in the fight with not full soul.
Adam really showing off those sneaky dream nails.
Oh my god.
Finishes off the first cycle very, very fast. Love to see it. Getting another sneaky dream nail to save a bit of time. And just like that, gets 3 triple hit fireballs and knocks failed champion down. He just has to do that one more time. And it's really, really cool to see when runners do this really well. You can just see that even though this fight is really, really difficult, they can just kind of just throw them around and... Ooh, Viz taking an unfortunate... Oh, that's Paum, never mind. No, that is Viz. I'm looking at the wrong screens. Alright, Adam really shows off those sneaky dream nails and finishes off the fights quite a lot faster than Paum and Viz are probably
Very
going
good
to.
fight.
Very, very well done from Adam. Love to see it.
Yeah, Adam left at 35-10, so it looks like Paum actually lost about 10 plus seconds.
Yeah, I believe each one of those sneaky dream nails that you do, especially the one in the first phase that lets you get another double hit, saves about 4 seconds or so, and the others are a bit less because you're just cutting out some nail hits. Like while the boss is staggered. But Adam really, really showing off that, and that was very cool to see.
And Viz also catching up to Paum. Viz is a lot closer now. But Adam having that amazing fight, really pulling ahead of both of them.
Yeah, that was very well done from Adam. And the other two as well, none of them took a death. That was very nice. And this race is still like very, very close. It's really cool to see in a category like this, where it's so easy to lose such a significant amount of time due to just dying to a boss fight. That none of them have done it, and they're all like within what 15 seconds from each other.
Yeah, about 15 to 20. This category definitely is scary for races because you could have just one racer die and then it's completely you know, it's not close as it is right now, but
Yeah.
there's always the chance that even towards the final fight in the run, there's a chance for a death. So it could always the lead could change at any moment.
I mean, yeah, even more so with the Radiance. The Radiance in this category is the most difficult fight in the run, and probably one of the hardest fights in any main category of Hollow Knights. Because you're coming in with just this equipment that you see right here, that's all you have for the rest of the run. And if you want to do it quickly, and just not dying is already quite difficult with that equipment. But if you want to do it quickly on top of that, you have to play very risky. Ooh,
Yeah,
Adam
and like comparing
unfortunately takes a dunk there.
Comparing this category to say all skills, the racers are about to do Hornet 2, which is the hardest fight in all skills. But in this category, you have to do it with it's basically the same fight but without dive and without usually with at least one health gone from the acid dunk.
Ooh, Adam decides to not take the safety bench even though he is on 3 HP.
That is very scary.
Very
for a race
scary. I really, really hope that he gets it first try here. I'm assuming he's probably going to be trying to save some soul at a stagger and try to heal up 1, maybe? But still, though,
Yeah,
this
maybe.
is a scary situation.
Paum also skipping the bench, but is at 4 health instead of 3.
Adam getting a bunch of parries in the start. That is not what you like to see. Yeah,
Double hit though.
as I figured, he was gonna stop and heal, and got a double as well. So as you might be guessing, this fight also depends on getting double hits, because getting a double hit is 80 damage, and once again that is versus the 5 damage of our nail. So spells are
a lot
really
of doubles.
MVP here.
And yet we have all 3 racers doing the fight. Adam, with a very clean fight,
Gets through it.
made the right decision.
Yeah, got a bit of really unlucky RNG, especially on those staggers at the end. Lost out on a couple double hits. But still got through it very nicely, and like, I would 100% take that. And I think Adam is probably just mainly focusing on the fact that he didn't die. Paum and Viz finishing out the Hornet 2 fights at like almost the same time. So as you can see, this race is like really synced.
I think
really
Viz
cool
is...
to see.
Wait. When did Adam leave that room? Did Viz just take the lead?
Huh. I don't think so.
I think Viz had an
Adam might
amazing
be...
Hornet.
Viz had a really good Hornet there. But I don't know. I think so, yeah. Viz might be ahead here. Viz is ahead here.
Damn.
Just like that.
Going from last to first? See, I wasn't watching his screen enough because I'm trying to pay attention to everyone, but just from that split, like, he was slowly catching up from all the other splits, but that one managed to pull ahead of Adam.
Yeah. We're gonna see here they're gonna enter the Abyss and they're gonna get the Shade Cloak so that they don't have to do it later. They actually want to fight Markov as well, which is blocked by that, and they want to get the first white, or why do I say white charm? King Soul, that's what it's called. They want to get the first fragment in Queen's Gardens later, so they do have to do this now. Let's hope for a good lighthouse climb.
Yep, so Adam entering the right transition at 39.22. We'll see when Viz enters. At 39.15.
7 seconds
So,
ahead.
7 seconds.
Wow.
Paum at 39.37. Having a bit of a rough failed champ and Hornet. And trailing behind a bit, but the lead can change at any point, as we've seen many times already.
I think Adam might be on PB pace.
Yeah, Adam's run has been very solid. There's been a couple mishaps, but
They've
for
all
the
been
most
very
part.
minor, yeah. Luckily, all of them get through the lighthouse climb without dying.
Yeah, that you can die there pretty easily with the double damage siblings.
For sure, yeah. Now they're gonna go fight Markov. This is a fight that a lot of people despise due to the Ascended version and the Pantheon 5 version. So for all of you Markov dislikers in the chat, you're about to see something hopefully quite satisfying. He's gonna die in like 3 seconds, hopefully. So what we need
is a result of the nail scaling, of course.
Yeah. What we need for this fight, we need 3 double hits and 2 nail hits. And if Markov gives good RNG here, it will happen very quickly. Of course, Markov can also just decide to be mean and escape away into the ceiling, because why not? Which will be a bit of time loss. But as soon as the runners, or as far as the runners are concerned, hopefully Markov will give some good RNG. And with the health that they have 5 HP. As long as they don't lose any on the way, they should be pretty fine, because you can just damage tank if Markov is rude.
So yeah, as you can see, like Adam seems to be ahead right now, but that's just an issue with the load times being slightly different.
Adam missing a double, unfortunately. Is gonna need an extra nail hit and a fireball. Manages to save it quite neatly, though.
Yep, pretty solid fight. It's very unlikely that runners will die here, because even if you mess up the fastest strat, it's still pretty quick to just get a few hits in, and it shouldn't go too badly. Is missing a double hit. Going for some extra hits there. And there it is.
And as
Might have lost some time there.
As you saw them pick up Dream Gates before Hornet 2, you're gonna see them use it very frequently as a big part of their routing. And the essence that they use for the Dream Gate, they're actually gonna get back by getting a few pieces of a Dream Tree a bit later in the run. So now you're gonna see another Dream Warrior right here. This one is also gonna go down in probably a lot faster than Markov. It's like 2 seconds. So let's ascend with Gorb. Woo.
We should have hyped it up as like the hardest fight.
To be honest, this is the hardest fight in the game. Just look at what Adam's gonna do now. Look how much skill that requires. Ready? Spent years of practice just grinding away at that to get it to that
Adam
level.
beating Gorb first try. Let's go.
That's very impressive during a marathon race. Love to see it. But yeah, as you saw, due to us having Shade Soul and Gorb being very how do you pronounce that? Susceptible? Is that how you say it?
I'm not the one to ask.
Gorb is very prone to getting hits multiple times by Shade Soul. I'll reformulate the sentence. There we go.
So I believe Adam caught up a bit there. I think he entered at 4240. Actually, I might have been wrong there. I'll need to try. It's hard to keep track when the runners are this far apart in terms of real time, but I'll try to find a point where I can roll call all the time.
All
so
right.
Adam had a 4303 there.
Let's see. So it seems Adam seems to be catching up a tiny bit. Might be ahead here actually. But now they're heading on their way to Umu. And you're gonna see a different strategy from what they used in Any Percent earlier today. You're gonna see them actually go for a Umu 1 cycle by using a specific spot on the right wall of the arena, where Umu can fly out of bounds. So by getting Umu out of bounds, the runners are gonna be able to get double hits really easily, and are barely able to make a 1 cycle with Shade Soul. So hopefully they get it.
This could be a huge point for a turning point of the run. Just because if you miss it, it can be like 20 seconds of time loss.
It's quite a lot.
And that's about the time that Paum is behind the other two right now, so it could change everything. This is actually only about 3 seconds behind Adam right now. Adam is in the lead. So if Adam can get this 1 cycle, then that'd be really helpful to keep him ahead of everyone.
Adam seems to be nicely set up. So he's gonna bait Umu up here, and then go to the left and get a double hit here on the second fireball. Hit 4 times, knock Umu into the wall, and finish it off with 2 fireballs. Very nice execution from Adam there. Gets the 1 cycle very, very neatly. So Adam is gonna be pretty safe for this section, is not gonna be losing any significant time amounts on this Umu fight.
There is some time based on if Umu does fast or slow attacks, but especially in only 2 cycles, it doesn't change the outcome too much.
This is a tiny bit scary for Viz. Umu was a tiny bit low, but he manages to get it into the correct spot again.
A bit in the wall.
Fortunately misses it, I think. Yeah. Didn't get a double hit on the next to last fireball, unfortunately. Umu was too far left. So Paum is gonna have to clean it up.
So that is huge for Adam.
And let's see how Paum's fight goes. Paum gets the 1 cycle. So Viz losing a bit of time there. I think Viz is going to be in last now.
Yeah, we'll have to see here.
Ooh, Viz having the all skills muscle memory. Oh, that's
Oh no,
unfortunate.
did you just drop in the acid? Like
Thinking that he had
intentionally?
Ismus. So Viz is currently running both all skills and 106% at the same time.
It's
Definitely
just
a bit unfortunate there.
preparation for the 106 relay later.
Yeah.
I mean, it can be confusing if you're doing 2 separate runs in one marathon. Although the relay is, I'm not sure what part of the relay Viz is doing. Everyone has like a small portion of the run that they get to play.
Yeah, Viz is doing one of the harder sections towards the end. I believe he's doing No. I think Emre is doing Coliseum. Viz is doing... What is... I don't know. I'm the one organizing this, but I have no clue. Adam gets the nice airwalk strat there. And is now on his way to the No Eyes fights. So this fight right here is like
terrible.
Equally bad to Elder Who. And of course, you having seen Elder Who earlier, you know that that's like really, really bad.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the thing with this fight is though, if you get lucky, you can finish it immediately.
Yeah.
Whereas that's not the case with Elder Who, so I
Adam
say
gets
it's a little
double
less
hits.
bad.
Annoying things about No Eyes are the fact that she can teleport anywhere, the fact that the ghosts are like pretty much random, the fact that the ghosts' hitbox linger a tiny bit after you kill No Eyes. So if you get really unfortunate No Eyes patterns and you end up on 1 HP, and then you like sometimes kill her and you're like, oh, I'm finally done, and then you drop on top of nothing and die. That's always great.
Yeah, it's happened plenty of times to true ending runners.
Yeah. So Adam now on his way into Queen's Gardens. Let's see what kind of No Eyes fights Paum and Visuals gets. Viz gets a
This is a
very
good
fast fight. Both of them get quite a decent fight there. No Eyes was really, really nice to them.
Yeah, so a little time gained on Adam for both of them, I believe.
Yeah, definitely.
Adam did enter this transition at 4640, so it's about 17 seconds for Viz and like 20 something for Paum. Math is hard.
So Adam is now gonna be going down into Queen's Gardens. Is gonna be benching at the toll bench at the bottom, and then he's gonna be heading up to Trader Lord, and on the way he's gonna get Marmu as well. So we've got quite a long movement section with 2 boss fights in them, and an arena as well. And a bunch of RNG due to the room with the frogs, or Loodles as they're actually called. We just call them frogs because they look like them. They jump around like frogs.
That room is very terrible.
Yeah, frogs are not the best. Because they have no tell where they're going. They have they're in no way predictable, and there's a lot of them, and they jump around randomly in a room, and they just make life hard for you.
Like optimally you just C-dash and don't get hit at all, but that never happens. Yeah, before they get there, they're gonna have to do this arena. It is really neat to see this arena done quickly. There's some strats that can help runners do this a lot faster than normal.
So Adam enters the room with the arena at 48 flats. We're gonna see what kind of lead. Oh, he gets an essence drop. Very nice. Scurry RIP in chats. You definitely know about essence, don't you?
Kill on that one.
2 essence.
But getting the double hits on spawn, so those help a lot. You can see Adam is double hitting the big mantises right as they spawn and doesn't have to fight them at all after that.
Adam also gets 2 essence in that same arena, which is really nice. It's gonna save him a bit of time from not having to get like a bit of extra essence from a dream tree. So it's gonna save
Yeah.
2 entire essence pickups. A
I wonder
very
if we'll
nice
see
little
him go
time
for Resting Grounds tree.
Yeah. Here we go. Here's the frogs. As you can see, they're
Uh,
already bullying him.
Unlucky start. Taking it slow now. Three health going to the second room, kind of scary.
Oh, gets
And
destroyed by
another
the
one
one
blocking him.
right at the... Oh my gosh!
And you
Adam,
can see
please don't
why
die.
this room is terrible now.
Yeah.
Let's see if Viz gets a better luck here.
Another essence! My gosh! Adam is like really lucky. That is a 1 in 300 chance per kill. He's gotten 3 in like 3 rooms.
Well, it's actually 1 in 100 because of Dreamgate.
Oh, does Dreamgate increase it?
Yeah. So if you use the Dreamgate, and actually no, it's a 1%. Yeah, that's the same thing. If you use the Dreamgate and you haven't got the essence back from that Dreamgate yet, it increases the chance of getting it until you fill it back up. So it doesn't help for like grinding essence, but it helps for getting essence back during the speedrun.
Adam also got a really nice
Viz.
Marmu fight. Viz is... Oh, that's
Taking
really
a death.
unfortunate there.
Gonna have to do Frog Room again.
Luckily, he does have a Dreamgate outside of Frog Room, though, so that's a bit sad. That is gonna be quite a time loss for visuals. It's gonna be around maybe 40 seconds or so.
And yeah, Trader Lord is the next fight. You may notice Trader Lord is a bit of a pushover on this patch. Basically, they buffed Trader Lord a lot, and because this run is optimally done on 1-2-2-1, they are not fighting the buff Trader Lord, so
Yeah,
this fight is a lot easier than it could be.
In this patch, he's just like a big one of those mantises. It's you're gonna see Adam just kind of fireball a couple times and he's dead. He only has 2 attacks, he only deals 1 damage, he has less health. I would say he's actually easier to dodge than the small mantises.
Yeah, I think most of the time you take damage from Trader Lord, it's when you're trying to do like really fast strats. And...
Yeah. So Adam now getting the first King Soul fragments from the White Lady. And he's now going to be quitting out to the bench he took in Queen's Gardens and is going to be going down to Deep Nest. I think Adam...
Paum actually gained a lot of time from the frogs.
Possibly.
So we're going to see Adam quitting at 27.
I think Adam is still a tiny bit ahead, but I might be wrong.
Yeah, I think he's still in the lead, but Paum is going to be close here. With a much cleaner Queen's Gardens. And unfortunately, Viz taking that death.
Yeah.
It's going to be a bit rough to come back from that, but there is still a lot left in the run here.
Yeah, it's quite the unexpected kind of standings right now in the race, at least. That
yeah.
Like if you look from their PVs, it's reversed in terms of where they are right now.
But yeah, Paum 10 seconds from the quit out behind Adam, so very close still. Even this far into the race, which is kind of crazy that we have a 10-second gap almost an hour in.
We've been having some really cool races. Adam decides to go for the I think it's called Valley Essence. But he got 2 drops, 3 drops. I think it's faster.
Yeah,
to do
I
the
think
other
he should have went for Queen's Resting Grounds. It would have been faster.
It's not like a big difference at all. It's a very small difference, so it's not gonna matter in the long run.
Looks like Paum is actually going for resting grounds.
Yeah. Maybe
Which
Paum just
I don't
hasn't
know if
learned
Paum got
the...
drops.
I don't think Paum got any.
Yeah, a lot of the times it can just be runner preference what they go for. It's not that big a difference.
Yeah.
But like Tess did make this document detailing when it's faster to do resting grounds tree versus deepness tree. So there is a point where it's optimal to do either one.
Yeah. Alright. Adam finishes off the Galeon fight and is now on his way to Beasten. Luckily, he does have wings, so he can just skip, like, all of it, and can even just Shade Dash through the last Devouts, given the fact that he does have Shade Cloak.
Yeah, Beasten and True Ending is not really an issue at all. Unless you're at 2 health and you somehow get hit by the 1 devout there.
Yeah,
That you have to pass.
sometimes you can get a damage tank on the final Devouts, as you mentioned, because it walks backward right as you try to Shade Dash through it.
Yeah.
So it's good to have 1 extra health there for some safety, but you can't do it without. So Adams, ooh, unfortunately misses the left side. It's gonna be backing it up right there. So that is a shortcut you can just get if you have wings, and you can just move through Beasten and just skip like 90% of it.
Yeah, we do that in like every run besides any percent, because as long as you have wings, you can just do that, and it's so much faster.
Unfortunately, though, it comes at the cost of not being able to save the grub.
Yeah. It's okay. The grub will not be forgotten.
The grub knows that we're in a hurry to save the kingdom, and we'll return.
True runners go back for the grub at the end.
Yeah, only good runners save grubs. Morally good, that being.
No, just good.
Just good. I'm sorry, Fire. We don't make
so
the
Adam
rules.
getting the absorb cutscene at 54:22. I think Paum is like 2 seconds behind now.
Holy heck, what a close race. I think a lot of it is gonna come down to the last bit here. I mean, obviously it is. But seeing as a lot of things can go wrong in this next section, it's gonna be interesting to see if they're gonna keep being this close. The runners are now going to be going to resting grounds. They're gonna get the Awoken Dream Nail, and then it's time for the White Palace, which is not only quite difficult to do very quickly, but also quite easy to mess up and lose a lot of time in. And right after that, they're gonna go down with their newfound King Soul Charm. They're gonna overcharm, go down into the Abyss, get the Void Hearts. It's a bit scary, because the siblings do deal 4 damage when you're overcharmed, and they only have 5. So it's easy to take a death there if you get unlucky with the spawns. And then of course we've got the Hollow Knight fight and the Radiance. The Radiance being one of the hardest bosses. So this is definitely a very, very tricky section coming up. And it's going to be interesting to see how the runners tackle them.
Yeah, the end of True Ending is definitely the most exciting part. I think White Palace is going to be really interesting because there's so many different strategies and just like small optimizations that you can do. Like there's even the King's Mold skip, which only saves a few seconds, but it's really difficult. And I feel like we're going to see at least one runner go for it.
Adam definitely goes for King's Mold skip. He also does, a bunch of other like little cool time saves, like in the room, the second room on the left side. I don't know if you know which one I'm talking about, but he does some cool strats, slightly faster on the cycles there. That I don't know if he's gonna attempt here because, you know, marathon setting tournament or marathon nerves.
Yeah.
But it would definitely be cool to see, and he would keep up the streak of doing a bunch of cool strats, which he
has been going for all the cool strats.
Yeah, most of them at least.
Besides Basin Jump, which I'm still upset about. I'll be not upset if he goes for King's Mold skip though.
I think he will, and it's gonna be awesome. Let's see here. He's definitely going for it. Heck yes.
So yeah, this is going to be King's Mold skip. There's actually spike hitboxes on these clouds. So we're going to see Adam do a really neat setup here to
Ooh,
pogo.
that's unfortunate.
Those spikes, unfortunately not getting it first try.
Yeah. It's alright though. Nice. Gets it
Second try.
Nice. We take those.
So yeah, that's a really cool skip. I love seeing that one.
It skips the entire second King's Mold fight, which not only saves about 3 seconds, but also saves like having to deal with the King's Mold and its AI. And
Paum's going for it too.
Let's go.
If Paum gets it first try, this is going to be... Paum might be in the lead after this.
Paum
nice.
Gets it first try. Has a bit of a...
I think Paum's in the lead.
A slightly slower setup, but probably a lot safer. He took it a bit carefully there. But is probably now in the lead, as Scurry mentioned. And Viz just now entering the White Palace might be able to save some time here on the other runners if he gets a really nice one and they don't. It's like this like time save that Adam and Paum have got over visuals and over each other, this can all change in the matter of seconds.
Yeah, we're seeing all racers in the White Palace.
Alright, let's see these cool strats from Adam. Is he going for it? He is. Look at that.
Whoa, that extra dash.
That pretty much skips having to charge up a C dash. I don't know how precise that is. It looks quite precise. Alright, the real question here. Who will go for the triple walkling storage chain? Or who will actually get it? It's really hard to get. Adam unfortunately misses the platform. Still gets a really nice long walkling storage there. I always love watching that one. Alright, so let's see. Paum go for the same walkling storage. I think Adam might have saved a bit more time on Paum. They might be pretty much tied now, due to the fact that Adam does some harder cycles. That Paum
yeah, Adam's actually ahead right now. Adam left this room at 5809.
Wow. Alright, let's see. Paum doesn't get it either, unfortunately. It's all on Viz now.
I'm surprised, because I thought Paum would have made up a lot more time with that first try
yeah.
King's Mold skip.
I mean, he did take it a bit more carefully, even though he got it first try. Adam has been having really good movement as well. Just sailing through White Palace. Really, really impressive show of skill here from all three runners. None of them have made any major mistakes in White Palace yet.
Yeah, and you can see just how much like cool movement and small optimizations are in this area. It's really neat to watch.
This is definitely my favorite area in this game. Let's see, does Viz go for it? Also overshoots the platform a tiny bit. Unfortunately, no cool triple walkling storage chain for us today. But that's alright.
Just the one is cool, but...
Yeah, one is cool already. But having more is like a cherry on top. Okay. Let's see here. Adam entering the last section of White Palace. Has been having a really, really good win so far. So let's hope that nothing happens here. Of course, now me saying that, I'm gonna commentators curse it, so I should have just kept my mouth shut.
Yep, and there's a hidden wall here if you didn't know about this. That skips a pretty annoying section at the top.
Gets the inventory drop right, very nice. A nice little walkling storage there.
And there's also a pretty big skip in this room that we will probably see here. I don't know if we'll see any thorn jumps, that's the swag strat, but either way, you can kind of just skip the entire left section by doing this.
No thorn jump, but that's understandable. Okay, now we're really seeing Adam's timer go haywire here. These boxes were very much not large enough. I'm sorry, this looks horrible. Is this better?
That's good.
Still looks awful.
We'll just like get rid of the seconds.
Ooh, Paum taking an unfortunate dunk there on these. Gets it on the second try though. That's not too big of a time loss. It's like about 3 or 4 seconds. Adam finishes out the White Palace at a very, very good time. That must have been like a low 5XX, or 50X, I'd say.
Yeah, very, very clean. Well, there was the one bonk in King's Mold skip, which
Yeah.
I don't know how much time that loses. That's like 5+ seconds, I would think.
Yeah, I think both Paum and Viz as well have had really good White Palaces. Paum also took a bonk here on the that little spike drop there. Unfortunately went a tiny bit too early. But Adam is now overcharmed and is ready to head down into the birthplace. This is going to be a bit of a scary section, especially knowing that the siblings normally deal double damage. And because we're overcharmed with King Soul, since we need it on to actually get Void Hearts, they deal 4 damage. So two mistakes and you've taken like a 40+ second death here. Definitely a scary section to go through.
Yep, and this drop is kind of scary.
Gets it very nicely, though. Sets a Dream Gate there. That's very smart. So if he dies, he has a Dream Gate ready to go.
Oh yeah, that's a good race strat.
I've never thought about that. It doesn't lose you any time either. That's just big brain. Ooh, takes a dunk there. Decides
Luckily,
to
you
fireball
have some... You have some invincibility, so he didn't immediately get hit by the shade there.
A good strategy here, as Adam is demonstrating, is that since you have King Soul on, you're getting some soul, like just incrementally going on in the background. So you can almost always have enough to just throw a fireball at the siblings to get like a clear passway through. So we're gonna see Adam go for the Abyss Climb. Let's see what kind of strategies he uses. This is something that definitely can be very optimized. It's a bit different from when the room is like not in a cutscene. So the strategies that you're seeing are probably going to be a bit different from what you would see in a run like All Skills.
Yeah, it's still a really cool section though. Just flying up these platforms, doing a bunch of spike pogos.
Yeah, Adam is doing this very well. No mistakes at all so far. No, I cursed it, of course.
Jinxed it. Still very clean overall, though. And yeah, the goal is to just touch the trigger for the cutscene here. So you can kind of jump from further to the right.
You shall seal the blinding light that plagues their dreams. You are the vessel. You are the Hollow Knights. Now let's go kill a moth. Or something. That's what the lore says. I don't know.
Please explain the entire lore.
Moth bad, Fork bad, everyone's dead. And, the world is sad.
Yeah, that's accurate, I think. I watched, like, a Mossbag video. I think you're right. So yeah, Adam coming to the final challenge of the run. The Radiance fight that we have talked about before. This is Radiance with 5 health, Shade Soul, and Shaman Stone, and like nothing else. Nail 0.
Now I'm really hoping none of these runners forget to re-equip Shaman Stone. That's definitely
Oh,
something
yeah.
that can happen here. That you just forget, and then you get to the Hollow Knight fight and you're like, oh no, and then you have to die to respawn at the bench and equip it again.
Yeah, Adam in first. Paum slightly behind Adam, and Viz slightly behind Paum. So it actually is still really close. Like, it's all within a minute, I believe.
Definitely. I think Adam saved a bit of time on White Palace and Abyss Climb there over Paum. But I think it's definitely close enough to all change in the course of a Hollow Knight and Radiance fight. But they have all been playing really well. Viz gets main menu storage accidentally.
What the heck?
Oh gosh. One major glitch. Uh-oh. That's not what you like to see there.
How does that happen accidentally?
If you use mouse for menus, it can definitely happen. That's very
We'll just
unlucky,
ignore
though.
that. And focus on the fights here.
Yeah, you didn't see no major glitches here. Didn't see anything. If this
yeah,
were
this
like
is...
a very serious race, there would be a time penalty and all that, but you know, he didn't actually save any time
fine.
from doing it, so like, eh.
Yeah, this Hollow Knight is basically just the warm up for Radiance. You can do this very quickly with Shade Soul. You want him to dash still, kind of like in any percent to get the double hits. You can see Adam got that attack. That you can get so much damage during that attack with Shade Soul as well. But he's at 1 health.
Gets the screen though. So Adam is gonna be wanting to be at full soul here because going into the Radiance fight actually just heals you, but it keeps your soul as well. So Adam's gonna be wanting to spend all this soul for 3 quick double hits on the Radiance as soon as she spawns into the arena. So this is what the entire run has been building up to. So let's all wish Adam good luck on this fight. This is a very, very difficult one, and it's going to be cool to see it being pulled off by such good runners today.
Yeah, Adam has a very good lead right now, so he can... Actually, he's going to get an amazing time, too, if he gets a good fight. This could be like a 107.
He is on a sick PB pace. He gets a free triple hit as well, which is neat. I can definitely see him wanting to play this a bit safer.
Yeah, like both for the PB and to win the race, but...
I mean, dying to Radiance is always a pain, like no matter what kind of run you're in. It is definitely something that is like really, really disheartening to have happen in a run. But
still pretty good first phase there. A bit slow on this, on the swords phase, but
yeah, decides to play it
safely.
Very understandable.
Getting full health for the final one.
Wall clink, what is that?
I didn't actually see it, I was looking at the other one.
Adam got stuck inside the platform and got wall clink storage while trying to get out.
Oh, I think I've seen that before.
Managed to recover from it quite nicely though, so... Adam is having a really nice fight here at full HP. Definitely something you want to see. And Radiance should be going up pretty darn soon. We're gonna see here. I think he needs like 1 more double hits on her.
Oh, that wasn't enough.
Yeah, I think she might have queued up another attack, possibly. That should be it.
A bit of a slow fight for Adam, but making it through with 5 health, being safe.
Adam climbing up, the lasers going all the way around him. Will he do the underplats? No underplat for us.
Kind of unlucky with the laser
GG for
there.
Adam.
GG's,
possibly.
That's going to be a low 108.
That is a very, very good time for Adam to get in the run. Big GG's. I think this might be a win for Adam, but I'm not sure, depending on what kind of fights Paum gets here.
Yeah, we're going to have to see what these other runners get, because it is very close, and Adam had a fairly slow Radiance fight.
Paum is getting some really unfortunate RNG, though. Ooh, and it's on 1 HP. This is quite scary here for Paum. Hopefully he manages to get it through.
Oh.
Ooh, this is scary. Come on, Paum, you got this.
The lasers.
Ooh.
Very bad positions for these.
Oh, no, thank you. Viz also on 1 HP.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh. I realized I was just watching Viz's screen the entire time and I was just confused. Alright, Viz goes up on the climb. Let's see here. He seems to be doing fine. Ooh, misses a jump there.
Okay, there's Paum finishing off very close to Adam. Making up a lot of time in the Radiance fight.
Wow.
And Viz
what a run. Holy crap. Viz caught up quite a bit there as well. Holy crap. That was amazing. Big GG's to all 3 runners. That was something else to watch. That was amazing. They both played...
That ended up being so close.
3. There's 3 people here. Oh, the stream is buffering. Hold on. There we go. They all 3 played really, really, really well. And I think coming out of this, they're probably gonna be happy. Viz unfortunately took some unfortunate time losses in the mid game, but
If
was
Viz
able
didn't
to.
die, if Viz didn't die to Marmu, I think he would have won.
Yeah. But having a run like at this length with this difficulty finish out this close